Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Bahuni me vyatitani Janmani tavacha Arjuna Anyaham Veda Sarvani Natvam Veda Parantapa. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, the personality of Godhead said, Bahuni, many, me, of mine, Yatitani, have passed, Janmani, birth, Tava, of yours, Cha, and also Arjuna, O Arjuna, Tani, those, Aham, I, Veda, you know, Sarvani, all, na, no, Tvam, you, Veda, no, Parantapa, O subdue of the enemy. Translation: the personality of Godhead said, many, many births both you and I have passed. I can remember all of them, but you cannot, O subduer of the enemy. Please respond. The personality of Godhead said, many, many births, both you and I have passed. I can remember all of them, but you cannot, O subduer of the enemy. Purport by Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. In the Brahma Samhita 533, we have information of many, many incarnations of the Lord as is stated here. Advaitam Achyutam Anadim Ananta Rupam Atyam Purana Purusham Navayapanam Cha Vedeshu Dullabam Adhullabam Atma Bhakto Govindamadi Purusham Bhajami. I worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Govinda, Krishna, who is the original person, absolute, infallible, without beginning. Although expanded into unlimited form, he is still the same, original, the oldest, and the person always appearing as a fresh youth. Such eternal, blissful, all-knowing forms of the Lord are usually not understood by even the best Vedic scholars, but they are always manifest to pure, unalloyed devotees. It is also stated in the Brahma Samhita, Ramadimurteshu gala niyamena tistan Nanavatarat karot bhuvaneshu kintu Krishna swayam sambhavat paramat pumanyo Govindamadi purusham maham bhajami. I worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Govinda, Krishna, who is always situated in various incarnations as Rama, Narsimha, and many sub-incarnations as well, but who is the original personality of Godhead known as Krishna, and who incarnates personally also. In the Vedas also it is said that the Lord, although one without a second, manifests himself in innumerable forms. He is like the Vaidurya stone which changes colors, yet still remains one. All those multi-forms are understood by the pure, unalloyed devotees, but not by simple study of the Vedas. Vedeshu adurlabam atma bhakto. Devotees like Arjuna are constant companions of the Lord, and whenever the Lord incarnates, the associate devotees also incarnate in order to serve the Lord in different capacities. Arjuna is one of these devotees, and in this verse it is understood that some millions of years ago, when Lord Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita to the sun god Vasavan, Arjuna in a different capacity was also present. But the difference between the Lord and Arjuna is that the Lord remembered the incident, whereas Arjuna could not remember. That is the difference between the part and parcel living entity and the Supreme Lord. Although Arjuna is addressed herein as the mighty hero who could subdue the enemies, he is unable to recall what had happened in his various past life. Therefore, a living entity, however great he may be in the material estimation, can never equal the Supreme Lord. Anyone who is a constant companion of the Lord is certainly a liberated person. But he cannot be equal to the Lord. The Lord is described in the Brahma Samhita as infallible, Achyuta, which means that he never forgets himself, even though he is in the material content. Therefore, the Lord and the living entity can never be equal in all respects, even if the living entity is as liberated as Arjuna. Although Arjuna is a devotee of the Lord, he sometimes forgets the nature of the Lord. But by the divine grace, the devotee can at once understand the infallible condition of the Lord, whereas a non-devotee or demon cannot understand this transcendental nature. Consequently, this description in the Gita cannot be understood by demonic brains. Krishna remembered acts which were performed by him millions of years before, but Arjuna could not, despite the fact that both Krishna and Arjuna are eternal in nature. We may also note herein that a living entity forgets everything due to his change of body, but the Lord remembers because he does not change his Satchidananda body. He is Advaita, which means that there is no distinction between his body and himself. Everything in relation to him is spirit, whereas the conditioned soul is different from the material body. And because the Lord's body and self are identical, his position is always different from that of ordinary living entity. Even when he descends to this material platform, the demons cannot adjust themselves to this transcendental nature of the Lord, which the Lord himself explained in the following verses. So this is a very interesting subject. Why we have chosen this verse today is very important. Currently, I think in India presently there's some big riots and some person who claims to be God is arrested for rape charges. Yes? Is it not? Who saying? He claims to be a messenger of God. Alright? But he pretty much acts like God, isn't it? Is it not? When you take on the context that is a messenger of God, messenger of God are also, there are symptoms. Everybody can claim to be a messenger. Yes? So what is the symptom of a person who is a messenger of God? What is that? What is the symptom? He asks everyone to follow Krishna. First he must be followed. Correct? The first symptom of a person who claims to be a messenger of God, he must be following principles laid down by God. Yes? Yes or no? So what are the thing is that? You can see here, messenger of God, what he has to do. In this verse, na kama. Na kama means what? Kama means what? Na means what? So the first qualification is God. Yes. This man is caught for what? Not one. How many? Declare. Yes. So here the first line, what is that? Na kama and karma bijanam yasya setasi sambhavaha vasudeva vakya nilayah savai bhagavato tamaha. The translation. One who has taken exclusive shelter of the Supreme Lord, Vasudeva, become free from fruitive activities which are based on material lust. In fact, one who has taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord is free from even the desire to enjoy material sense gratification. Plans for enjoying sex life, social prestige, and money cannot develop within his mind. Thus he is considered Bhagavatama, pure devotee of the Lord on the highest platform. So a messenger of God means what? Firstly, he must be free from what? Yes? And then, I think this man, I was reading his profile. He got millions and millions of dollars. They say he's worth about $40 million. But here he says, sex life, social prestige and money cannot develop within his mind. Does he show he's the messenger of God? What? What? Huh? What? Huh? Bogus. The most important symptom of a messenger of a God is that he must come from God. Yes? How does he come from God? How does he come from God? He must authorize. Yes? How does this authority works? Give me an idea. Because tomorrow you meet one of his followers, how are you going to speak to them? You can just say bogus. The guy says you're a rascal. Then what are you going to say? Yeah, come this side. Come this side. Come here. Here. Yes? What are you going to say? Let me hear your argument. What you going to say? Tell me. You say it's bogus. You say bogus. He says you are bogus. How are you going to prove him? Huh? He's not pure. He says you also not pure. How do you know? You do not know. Yeah, have you seen it? He said, no, I have not seen it. I don't know.
It's not in the food operates.
Yeah? It's not what?
It's not in the food operates.
This is a very important point. That he must come from an authorized, disciplined chain. You understand this point? That is explained by Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. Where? Where? Huh? Krishna says this science, everybody can chant this. Alright. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarishyo viduhu sakalena mahata yoganastah parantapa. You see this word evam parampara praptam. Isn't that? So it means this supreme science was thus received through the chain of discipline, succession. You understand? If the person does not have a chain there's only 4 authorized Vaishnava Sampradaya. Only 4. The chain starts from 1. From who? Only 4%. Krishna gives this knowledge to only 4%. From there, the chain is coming down. Who is the 4th? 1? Those who are here, the others, the new ones. Let me ask them, because they don't know. Yes? Who are the 4 persons? Brahma, 1. Very good. The other one? Your wife. Who? Wife also giving a lot of instruction. Yes? Who? Arjuna? No. Narada? No. Simply guessing. What? How many years you are in? 20 years you are chanting. You are chanting for 20 years. How many years you are chanting? And you don't know this? And you don't know this? Huh? You don't know this? 20 years you are chanting, you don't know this? Huh? Who is next? One is Brahma, yes, good. What is the next one? Who? You see, you also don't know. If somebody were to ask you, who is the Bollywood star? Shah Rukh Khan. Yeah, you will say. This you will know, fingertips. And who is his good actress? Katrina Kaif. This all you know. If I ask you, who is this? Scratching the head. What nonsense is this? Is it this is because of you being in this position, people like what this kind of what is guy's name? What's his name? You know him, see? This kind of person you will know. But the one who starts the whole parampara knowledge, this I don't know. And when we ask you to read, I know already. Bhagavad, please buy Bhagavad. No, I know. What? No, this is Indian. No, I know. Yes? And now I'm asking you a question. Who is the other three parampara originators? You don't know? Who? Vyasa. No. See? You don't know. And you're going to speak to someone and you don't know, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? That means he will influence you. Tomorrow you will go to that camp. Lucky, I don't know, they have a branch here in Singapore. Yeah? Yes? Yes or not? Yes or no? This is because you are in the third class platform. Your faith is shaky. Why is faith is shaky? Because you don't know facts. Are you following? And you will be bewildered, like the 60 million followers. Bewildered. I think 30, more than 30 must have died. Yes? Dying like cockroaches. Any use dying like this? Huh? So because you have no knowledge. Understand? Knowledge is very important. The parampara disseminates what? What? Laddu. What? Brahma was giving me a laddu, is it? What? Knowledge. The one from Brahma. Listen carefully. The second one is from Lord Shiva. Understand? The third one is from who? Huh? Who? Lakshmi. And the last one from the four Kumaras. These are the four authorized personalities who have got a disciplic chain. Understand? And in each chain there is a prominent acharya. In each chain there is a, like Brahma. Who is the prominent acharya? Huh? Who? Madhavacharya. And Shiva Sampradaya, who is the prominent acharya? Who? No. Who? Vishnu Swami. And then in the Lakshmi Sampradaya, Ramanujacharya. And then in the Kumara Sampradaya, Nimbakacharya. So these four acharyas are in that line. Understand? Can you take out that verse? Ye sampradaya vina te mantra nispalamataha. If you do not come from this sampradaya, you can chant any mantra. It will have no effect. You understand? Especially, I see many of them are very expert in chanting so many mantras. Because the radio or the TV is publishing. Somebody is chanting Gayatri mantra, somebody is chanting, what is this? Hanuman Chalisa. So many mantras they are chanting. Yes, but if the mantra is not coming down in a proper disciplic succession, the mantra is said to be what? Nispalaha. What is nispala means?
No fruit.
No fruit. Understand? How you determine the fruit? What is the fruit means what? No fruit means what? Plucking some fruit. Is it? What is the meaning of no fruit? No benefit means what? What? Useless. You said, huh? You. How you know it is useless? Again, symptom. If something is useful, the symptom. Something is useless, the symptom. How you know? How do you know? What? No spiritual advancement. What is no spiritual advancement? Again, question. What is the no spiritual advancement? That means you don't come to Sunday feast. What is this? Tell me clearly what it means. What it means that you have something which is working and something which is not working. How you know? How do you know? Any idea? No idea. All right, we will also explain that.
Some people lose money.
What? Losing money? I already said religion and money got nothing to do. Where that verse? You found that verse? Huh? All right. What is this? Anubhava? 11. So here it's explained of a person, 11 to 42. So here in this verse, symptoms are manifest of someone who is connected. Someone who is connected properly. First he get bhakti. You see the word bhakti there? Parasa anubhava virakti anyatra chai sutrika ekakalaha pratya yamanasya yatasnatashu tusti pusti chut apayo anugasam. Translation: devotion, direct experience and of the Supreme Lord and detachment from other things. Detachment here means that free from sinful activities. You understand? These three occur simultaneously for one who has taken shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the same way that pleasure, nourishment and relief from hunger come simultaneously and increasingly with each bite for a person engaged in eating. You understand? So if a person is properly connected to the Sampradaya, he is completely chanting a bona fide mantra, who has a bona fide spiritual master, then these things must work. Three things will come. First is devotion. Now when we say devotion here means, and devotion, and then there is not only devotion, there is realization. Anubhava means what? Experience, realization of who? Para. The word is added there is para. Para means who? Who is para? Let's come back here. I'm going out and coming back here. I'll come back to this. You guys have to explain this para, the word. Everyone can chant along with me. So in this verse it clearly says, who is this para? This is from the Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna is saying, okay, everyone can chant along. Arjuna vacha param brahma param dhama pavitram paramam bhavan purusham saswatam divyam adi devam ajam vibhum ahastvam rishaye sarve devarisis naradastata asito devalo vyasa swayam chaiva pravishime. Arjuna said, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the ultimate abode, the purest, the absolute truth. You are eternal, transcendental, original person, the unborn, the greatest. All the great sages such as Narada, Sita, Devala and Vyasa confirmed this truth about you, and now you are yourself declaring to me. So who is this para? Huh? Who? Krishna. So you cannot say that I am worshipping any god, every god, and that's all right. It doesn't work like that. Because when you speak about bhakti, devotion, it can only be to one person. Who? Devotion is to Krishna. You understand? You cannot say I've got bhakti. Bhakti to wife is not bhakti. What? What is that? That is lust. What? That is, cannot say that. You cannot use that word at all. You understand? So bhakti can be only used for the Lord. And here, that's why in this verse, Bhakti Parasa Anubhav, Bhakti to devotion to Krishna, and then you will get realization. You understand? And the other word is called Virakti. This word Virakti is very important. It's translated here, detachment. Detachment from what? If you are properly connected to God, if you are proper, what we say, lineage, you will get devotion, experience, and you will become detached from what? From sinful life. From what? Sinful life. You understand? And what is this sinful life? What is that? But that is sinful life. That is the result of sinful life. But that is not sin, it is the result. What is sinful life? Come on. What is sinful life? Huh? What? Meat eating. Yes, very good. What is the next one? Gambling. Very good. Huh? What? Illicit connection with women. Yes. Why are you so frightened to say the word? What? Or illegal sex. Anyway, it is meaning illicit. What is the last one? Huh? What? Intoxicated. Why these 3-4 things are called sinful life? Can you give me an idea? Oh, you don't use your brain? You have to use the brain. Mind is connected. Mind is either connected to perform spiritual activities, or mind is still needed to connect to doing sinful life. Either way, it has to. The mind plays a very, very what? It is very, what you say, the fundamental base for it, the mind, because the mind is the outlet for the soul to connect with through the senses to the sense object. You understand? So mind is the link. So you cannot say out of the mind. You have to do it. So why these 4 things are sinful? Can you tell me why? Srila Prabhupada said many things to you. Are you doing that? Are you doing that? Huh? Are you doing that? Huh? Why he said that? Again, another question. Why? Why? Tell me. Oh Prabhu, I come to Sunday program, they told me to do this, I'm doing this. I don't know why. Huh? Why? Huh? I don't know. Why is it sinful? Tell me. You get disconnected. That's all right. I'm already disconnected. Mode of passion. Answer is not very well. Okay. Are you convinced with this answer? Why? You tell me. What? Makes difficult to control money. Mind, I thought money. Huh? Because what? Because it's part of 3 modes of nature. What's wrong with that? What's wrong in part of 3 modes of nature? Alright, simple. I give you simple, very simple. What is that verse? 117. No, I want to take the words out of mercy, cleanliness. 1:17, 34, 24. Okay, here you see, I'm going to explain this, so you please listen, because you should know. Tapaha, sauchyam, daya, satyam. Okay, tapaha, sauchyam, daya, satyam, iti pradakate kataha. Adharmasya saschitrayo bhakna smaya sangha madestava. In this age of satya, truthfulness, your 4 legs are established by the 4 principles of austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness. But it appears that 3 of your legs are broken due to rampant irreligion in the form of pride, lust for women, and intoxication. So now these four things, you see that? Austerity, you see cleanliness, you see the word, and you see mercy, and you see truthfulness. Alright, now when you break these four principles, when you actually become very much intoxicated, you will become what? No more austere. You understand? Austerity is linked with your soberness, your what? Intoxication. And what you do, you become unclean. Illicit sex. You become unclean. And what happens when you become merciless? Animal killing. If you kill animal, there's no more mercy in your heart. And when you what? You gamble, you become a what? A liar. The material earth can bear the mountain, ocean, this, that, but it cannot bear the weight of one word? Liar. You understand? Are you following? So these four principles are associated with these four qualities. If you break these four principles, you will not get these four qualities which symbolize the four legs of Dharma. In other words, you will become adharmic. Are you following? Are you following? You cannot become God conscious. In short, you cannot what? You are trying to pray so hard and this and that, and you will break this four principles. Can you get to go to God? Can you go to God? No. So therefore, you will be attracted to so-called gods. You will be attracted to so-called cheaters. You understand? Who will speak crazy philosophy. And they will allow you. And so what will happen? Can you go back to Godhead by following such cheaters? Can you? So you must know. And if you don't know, then you will be cheated. Yes? Yes or not? Are you all reading the books now? Put up the hand. How many of you are reading the books? Put up the hand. Nobody. Nobody is reading. How many of you are reading the news? Put up the hand. What's happening now in Chennai? What's happening now in everybody knows. So what's happening here? You don't know. Which will save you? Your what? Hindustan Today News or Bhagavan Watcher? Which one? Who is going to save you? Hindustan Times. Who? Who? Yes. And if you don't hear that, what happens? What happens if you don't hear? Tell me. What happens? Can you chant? Marchita sarva durgani matprasada tarishyasi atachatvam hankaram nasosyasi vinansyasi. If you are conscious of me, if you become conscious of me, you will pass over all the obstacles of conditioned life by my grace. If, however, you do not work in such consciousness, but act through false ego, not hearing me, you will be, actually in Sanskrit, loss can be what? You be lost somewhere on the road, something. Is that kind of loss? Somewhere you got GPS and you lost. What does this loss means? You know what is this word? Vinansyasi? What does this vinansyasi mean in Sanskrit? Vinasam means what? Degrade. Vinasam means what? Finish. The word is what? Not lost. What? Finish. You understand? What does this finish mean? What does this finish mean? Lost means
soul back. Cannot go back to Godhead.
this is what it means you are lost. Those who are envious and mischievous, who are lowest among men, perpetually I perpetually cast them in the ocean of material existence, the various demonic species of life. That means they will not get human life. Huh? And those who are lost, they'll be attaining repeated birth among the species of demonic life, O son of Kunti. Such persons cannot approach me. Gradually they sink down to the most abominable type of existence. What is the most abominable type of existence?
Hellish life.
Alex, what is that? What is that? Lowest. What is the lowest in your opinion? What is that? To be born in India? To be a pig? What is the lowest? Huh? Fish. To become a what? A fish. Very low birth. You understand? Huh? So try to understand, this is how Krishna is making everything working. And if you don't want to know these things, then what happens? Krishna says, if you don't want to listen to me, this is what happens. This is what he says. Asradadana purusha dharmasya parantapa aprapyamam nirvartante mrityu samsara vatmani. Those who have no faith in this devotional service cannot attain me or conquer the enemy. Therefore, they return to the path of birth and death in this material world. Understand? If you don't want to accept this parampara system, if you don't want to accept the authority of Krishna, then your position will be very pathetic. You are going to be going into the cycle of you understand? It's very painful. It is very. So I don't think this is very, very valuable. So therefore, we have to have education. We have to know. We have to hear from Krishna. Because we don't hear from the authority Krishna, then we will be attracted to all this kind of nonsense. So many people are claiming to be messengers of God, actually. Some are even claiming to be God Himself. You understand? How to distinguish this? You follow? Therefore, we have to hear from the scriptures. In the Shastra is said very clearly, in this period of time, what period are we in? And in Kali Yuga, it is specifically stated, there is no avatar. There is no what? In fact, what is that verse? 9:7, 7:9. You see here, it is said, very important word. You can see this word. 3 you go. You see that word? The Lord only descends at Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga and Dwapara Yuga. He will never come in Kali Yuga. So this information is very important. If someone says Bhagavan so and so and Bhagavan this and Bhagavan that, he knows he is the bogus one. He is not Bhagavan. He is the what? Bogus one. Are you following? Because you already know, hey, something is wrong. So if you know, then will you go to, what is this place now in India and Tarek and get yourself killed? Will you do it? Will you do it? Will you do it or not? Because you know, this man is what? You understand? That's why this education is very important. Spiritual education is important. It doesn't mean that because you are big what? IT professional. Huh? What? CEO. Huh? What? That means you have enough brain. This subject, spiritual subject and material brain don't go together. Understand? You can be a top-notch materially, but spiritually you become zero if you are not understanding this. Because the qualification to understand this is clearly explained by Lord Krishna. What is the qualification? Huh? What is the qualification? What? Don't rattle, because you don't know, don't say anything. It's simply a disturbance. Understand this? You never read anything and you want to rattle away. Are you reading any books? Are you reading or not? What book you reading? Chinese book. Huh? You're reading the 10th canto. You don't know what the parampara is all about. Huh? Sa evyam mayate dhyatro yoga prokta puratanaha bhaktoshi me shakacheti rahasyam ya etaduttamam. This is the qualification. What is the qualification? This very ancient science of the relationship of the Supreme is today told by me to you because you are my dear devotee as well as my friend, and therefore can understand the transcendental mystery of the science. The qualification to understand Krishna is two. What is that? You must become his devotee and you must become his... You understand? To become a devotee means what? What's the meaning of devotee? Prabhu, you know I'm devotee of God. And then doing all nonsense. Yes? Yes? Devotee means what? Devotee means what? He must have a spiritual master. If he's got no spiritual master, then he's not devotee. That's why Krishna says here, well done, very well. Want to claim to be devotee? Huh? One who says he's my devotee is not my devotee. Krishna himself saying from his mouth. Whose mouth? No, Krishna don't know. I know better. Is it? Madhya 11:28. See here. Can you chant Ye me bhakta janaha partha Na me bhakta chate janaha Mad bhaktanam chaye bhaktan Te me bhakta tamamataha. Oh, Lord Krishna said to Arjuna, please all read. Lord Krishna told Arjuna, those who are my direct devotees are actually not my devotees. But those who are the devotees of my servant are actually my devotees. That means if you don't have a spiritual master, then you cannot be accepted by. Yes? So devotee means disciple. You follow? And you cannot be unfriendly to Krishna. You must be what? Friendly. Another more condition is that. Another one condition is that is explained here. 9.1. 9.1. Here. Jaya Sri Radha. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Idam tu te guyattamam Prabhakshasyami anusuvaye Jnanam vijnanam sahitam Yagyantva mokshase subhan. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjuna, because you are never envious of me, I shall impart to you this most confidential knowledge and realization, knowing which you shall be relieved of the miseries of material existence. So there's one more condition. What is that next condition? You cannot be envious of Krishna. You must be his devotee through the spiritual master. You must become his friend. And you cannot be envious of God at all. So if I am playing the role of competitor God, am I not envious or am I envious? So if I follow someone who is envious of God, what will be my position? Huh? I already saw those who are envious of me, I cast them to what? Understand? So these are all conditions for prerequisite conditions to understand God. And there's some more condition. What is that some more condition? What is that? Huh? These are other conditions. One. Idam te na tapa chaya na bhaktaya kadachana na cha srusrusave vachyam na cha mamyo abhyasu yati. This confidential knowledge may never be explained to those who are not austere or devoted or engaged in devotional service or not to one who is envious of me. Another word is added here. What is the other word? One who is not austere. What is the meaning of austerity? What is the meaning of this austerity? To fast on Monday for Shiva and Saturday for Ganesh and choose. Is that the austerity Krishna is talking about? Anyway, fasting means what? You eat only vegetarian. Onion, garlic, coffee, tea, and I don't know what kind of fasting is that. What is this austerity means? What does this austerity mean? What does it mean? Going to work, bring the children to school. That's austerity, cooking for the family. What a drudgery. Is that austerity? I think so, yeah? Very crazy husband, cook for a guy. Yeah? What is austerity? No. What is this austerity? Can you give me an idea? Huh? Too high for them. They don't understand that. Austerity means following this, what? 4 regulative principles. Waking up in the morning. What time? 7 o'clock. 9 o'clock. No, 10 o'clock. What time? 1.5 hours before sunrise. Understand? What else? What else austerity means? Following the 4 principles. Waking up in the morning. What else? There are 5 things you're supposed to do. This is the 5 things. This is the austerity that you have to do if you want to make spiritual advancement. What is that? 1. You have to worship the Lord. You know the word Madhyavada. You have to worship the Lord. 2. This is the austerity that you have to do every day, every day, every day. One should associate with devotees, chant the holy name of the Lord, hear the Srimad Bhagavatam, recite at Mathura. Of course, Mathura also means the temple here, and worship the deity with faith and veneration. These are the 5 limbs of devotional service. This is the austerity you have to do. Actually, for the newcomers, the first thing we advise you is to chant Hare Krishna. You understand? This is the very important limb, chanting Krishna's name. And by chanting, then every other thing will follow. You understand? But if you don't chant, and if you don't associate with devotees, then it's very difficult to make spiritual advance. In fact, you cannot make advancement. You will be like what? What do you call that? The roller coaster. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Cannot make progress. You follow? And this is not a very safe position. Because if a person is in that situation, if someone comes and teach him some crazy philosophy, he will fall down. He will what? Fall down. You understand? It's very dangerous. So you should not be in that position. You should learn how to practice this austerity by taking shelter of the devotees, associating with them. And this way, you will understand what is right and what is wrong. You understand? Huh? And if you do not know what is right and what is wrong, then what is the meaning? You'll be lost. That's why Krishna said, Arjuna said this. Arjuna said this. Arjuna said this, you can see. Arjuna vacha nastamoha smriti lapta tvat prasadan maya chuta hitosmi gata sandeham karishe vachanam tava. Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, O infallible one, my illusion is now gone. I have regained my memory, and by your mercy, I am now firm and free from doubt, and I am prepared to act according to your instruction. You understand this point? This is the position of someone who is not going to fall down. You understand? What is that? What is that? You see, we can go one by one. My illusion is now gone. Unless you get knowledge, how your illusion will go? Will it go? And I have regained my memory. Understand? That means he has got intelligence. Intelligence can only come by who? By the Lord's mercy. You understand? Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, what he said? I am sitting in your heart and I give you knowledge, remembrance and forgetfulness. Understand? Who is giving? Tesham satata yuktanam vajantam pratipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamupayantite. For those who constantly devote in worshipping me, I give them the intelligence in which they can come to me. Are you following? So you get back the intelligence. I am now firm. That means he's become fixed up. Firm means can you fall down? Firm means can fall down. Huh? Firm means what? Can fall down. Firm, fixed, and free from doubt. Free from what? You're not sure. That's why I ask so many questions. You're so doubtful, you don't know. Yes? Yes or no? Symptom. So if you become free from doubt, one of the symptoms, unless you become free from doubt, your devotion to Krishna cannot be cemented. You understand? You cannot make progress. You'll be like a roller coaster, today here, tomorrow there, jumping up and down, don't know what you're doing. Lost. Pravritimcha, nivritimcha. Huh? You don't know. Actually that verse is there in 7:15. I'm going to take that out. There's two parts, 7:15. What's that? 7:15. I just want to show you the two parts. 47? Yeah. 47. According to the Vedas, there are two kinds of activity, pravritti and nivritti. pravati activities involve raising oneself from a lower to higher condition of materialistic life. Whereas nirviti means the cessation of material desire. Through pravati activity, one suffers from material entanglement. But by nirviti activities, one is purified and becomes fit to enjoy eternal blissful life. You understand? There's two paths. And if you do not know this, then you will be attracted to all this adharma, cheating religion. What are the cheating religion? 7:15. Yeah, you see this? Dharma, bhado, vidharma, paradharma, anya chodita, upadharma, tu pakando, dambo, vas, sapta, vichalaha. These are all kind of irreligion. Religious principle that abstract one from following his own religion is called vidharma. Religious principle introduced by others are called paradharma. A new type of religion created by one who is falsely proud. I think this is the story, right? And who opposes the principle of Veda is called upadharma. An interpretation by one jugglery of word is called what? Chaladharma, cheating religion. Understand, there's all kind of cheating. So therefore, to stop all these things, you see what Krishna is saying. What is the next word? What? We go to the next word. Yeah, I remember reading something. 14. We'll just go to the 14 before I tell you how to solve this, all this cheating thing. A pretentious religious system manufactured by one who willfully neglects the prescribed duty of his order of life is called abhasha, a dim reflection of false similarity. If one performs the prescribed duty of his particular ashram or varna, why are they not sufficient to mitigate all material distresses? Anyway, I'll go to this one. Alright, this is a very important verse. You see this verse here? Dharma projihito kaitavotra paramo nimasaranam satam. Right? I read the translation. Completely rejecting all religious activity which are materially motivated. In other words, rejecting all this cheating religion. Understand? The Bhagavata Purana propounds the highest truth. So what dharma is going to save us? Where is this dharma we're going to learn from? From which book? From the Srimad Bhagavatam. So if you read the Bhagavatam given by Vedavyas, Parampara, then you will be saved from all this cheating religion. Understand? Which is understandable by those devotees who are fully pure in heart. The highest truth in reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of all. Such truth uproots the threefold miseries. This beautiful Bhagavatam compiled by the great sage Vyasadeva in his maturity is sufficient itself for God realization. What is the need of any other scripture? As soon as one attentively and submissively hears the Srimad Bhagavatam by this culture of knowledge, the Supreme Lord is established within his heart. You understand? You have to hear what? Bhagavad Gita is the basic. After that what? You understand? That's why Krishna also said, what is Krishna says in his famous verse? Krishna said this. Sarva dharma parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva bhapebhyo mokshayisyami ma suchaha. Abandon all varieties of religion. In other words, abandon all varieties of cheating religion. Abandon all variety of what? And just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Understand? Are you following? Someone took this verse and he said, I have now come. You see, Kali Yuga is messed up. I have now descended, you surrender to me. So how to argue this point? Anyone can say that one? Yes? How do you argue this point? Tell me. Asking for gulab jamun. How? Parampara. He said, my father was born. He will give some name. How? Actually, this person cannot equal to God. This today's verse, what is that? I have taken birth, many births. You also have taken birth. But the difference is that I know and you understand? Do you know what happened yesterday, this time? I have to stretch my memory, right? Yes? But Krishna says, no, I know. I know many births you and me have taken. I know all, you don't know. So that is the distinction between God and, understand? Man cannot at any point become what? Not possible. If any man claim to become God, then you better be careful. You better be. This is important thing. Because I mean, for us, we are hearing, but I'm sure that 60 million people are following somebody. I'm appalled. I said, wow, how can Indians be so, Indians, not others, Indians. They have this, what they have there? What? Shakespeare. What book they have? Shakespeare. Romeo and Juliet. What book they have? What book they have? Romeo and Juliet. Cleopatra. What book they have? The Arabian Nights. Tell me, what book they have? What book they have? Come on. The beautiful Bhagavatam. What they have? And 60 million people are what? 60 million people. That's only, I don't know the exact figure. 60 million people don't know. I'm sure whole India don't know. Because Indian, what? As I've said, no? Bollywood star, they know. Cricket fan, they know. Correct? This one, they don't know.
60 million follow this guy, 100 million follow another guy, 200 million follow another guy.
Whole India is following somebody. And this gives a very bad image about God, Krishna. You understand? It portrays a very what? Very what? Bad image. Yeah, because Indians don't want to listen. No, not they forget. They don't want. They don't want. Prabhupada asked one man, please give me one son. He said, Swamiji, what he is going to do becoming a Brahmin? And Prabhupada had to go to America to bring the Americans. And I remember Indians, I went out with my friend. I was 1980s. I was in India, I was preaching. Then we want to catch somebody, we had to go to his house. Because office secretary would say, no, he's too busy. Actually, what he's doing, sleeping in the chair. Understand? So we go in the morning. So when you go, and if I knock the door, hey Swamiji, why you come to the house? You meet in the office, blah, blah, blah. My friend is a white guy, actually he's from Brazil, fair, white. So he knocked the door. Oh Swamiji, I come in, cha pilo, kopi pilo. When they see me, close the door. Swamiji, you come to office. Understand? Why? Why? Because white color skin, no? Understand? Now they have no experience. That's why Indians, Prabhupada said, they listen better if some white guy tells them.
There's another reason, Prabhu, too many what they call fraud.
That is another thing. That's another excuse. Because they see all the fraud and purposely they don't want to take up the program. In a bag full of rotten apple, not that all one may be good. Yes. So we have to have knowledge to know, distinguish. That's why we have to hear Bhagavatam. Hear. They don't want to hear. They want to follow cheaters. You get cheated. Among the cheaters, I am greatest cheater, Krishna says. You understand? So this is the problem. Yeah, so therefore they cheat everybody. They are born with the greatest tapasya to cheat everybody. Indians. You understand? So therefore we have to be careful. We should not fall prey to all these kind of upstarts. Understand? Therefore all of you Indians are given a very big responsibility. What is the responsibility you given? By God Himself? I forgot to say, not only you have the book, Bhagavatam, you also have who? Krishna walking there, Rama walking there. Who else? Narasimha. All avatars have walked all parts of India. Did they walk in Singapore? Who walked in Singapore? Understand? You are coming from such a place, and if you are behaving like this, it's very pathetic. It's very what? Understand? So education is important. Spiritual education is most important. If you do not want to learn this, then it's a very sad story. Making money is not the only thing. Understand? When you make money or not money, your bread and butter is already there. Because of your previous karma, you're already there. You understand? This human life is meant to understand God. And if you don't want to do that, wasted your time. Wasted your... Alright, I think we're going to stop here. Any further questions? Anything else?
What if the Guru is from a proper sampradaya, but he is not qualified, he is not a pure devotee? But he is coming from sampradaya, one of the four sampradayas.
If this Guru, usually they are sannyasis, members of the renounced order of life, that means they are sannyasis, Guru, fail to uproot the last trace of material desire in their hearts, remain impure. And thus you do not allow them to understand you. Although you are present within their hearts, for them you are like a jewel worn around the neck of a man who has totally forgotten it is there. Oh Lord, those who practice yoga only for cheating purpose, sense gratification, must suffer punishment both in this life and the next. From that, you will not release them, and from you, whose kingdom they cannot reach. So if you follow somebody who is in a parampara, but who is not a pure devotee, that means he cannot go back to Godhead. If you follow him, can you go back to Godhead? I follow him. Understand? Even one more point. Here, I think it is in Antya what, 3, is it? 213, is it? See here, I will read the verse. A characteristic of a pure devotee is that he excuses any offense by any ignorant rascal. The characteristic of Krishna, however, is that he cannot tolerate blasphemy of his devotee. I just want to highlight to you this one last verse on this one. Similarly, if a devotee properly executing his devotional service, take note. Similarly, if a devotee properly executing devotional service become an offender at the lotus feet of his spiritual master, or another Vaishnava, his devotional service is spoiled. You understand? So he may come from proper parampara and all that. He disobeys his spiritual master or he offends devotees, then his spiritual life is what? Understand this? Understand? Even you are coming from a proper line, you have a proper bona fide spiritual master. You see again another verse, very important. 19:152. Here. The Bhakti Lata beach is received when one is initiated by a bona fide spiritual master. After receiving the spiritual master's mercy, one must repeat his instruction, and this is called Shravana Kirtan. Hearing and chanting. One who has not properly heard from the spiritual master or who does not follow the regulative principle. What is the regulative principle? Is not fit for chanting Kirtan. This is explained in the Bhagavad Gita 2:41. Vyavasyatmika buddhi ekaha gurunandana. One who has not listened carefully to the instruction of the spiritual master is unfit for chanting, for preaching the cult of devotional service. One has to water the Bhakti Lata beach by receiving instruction from the spiritual master. Are you following these points? So you cannot just simply say, I am initiated by so and so, I am initiated by Prabhupada, therefore I will save the whole world. But your character has to be what? Analyzed. You understand? Not that simply you become disciple, you eat and sleep. Can. Do all nonsense. Can. Can. Go against the teaching of Prabhupada. Can. You cannot do all these things. You have to follow. Disciple means what? Discipline. Discipline on what? Following the instruction of the... You understand this? There cannot be cheating involved. Cannot cheat. Therefore, Prabhupada wrote so many books. Why he wrote so many books? What? For what? Why we keep in showcase? What? Why we keep all these books? We just keep there, is it? I've seen many people, they buy Bhagavad Gita. Why you buying? No, I keep in my prayer room. Bhagavad Gita is what? Kept in the prayer room. Of course, we get good business by selling it. But what's the point? Book is for what? For what? Yes. Not to put a showcase. Put some what? What? Arti. Anyway, these are all very important points. You should take note, try to read, come regularly, hear from devotees, associate with devotees, and I'm sure you will get the understanding. If you do not do this, then there's a good guarantee that you will be allured by so-called messengers of God, and probably you will die in some street of India. That's bad news. Yes? Yes? You take it. Alright, thank you very much. Sorry for the long class. Stopping here. Online. What's the question?
If there is no avatar in Kali Yuga, then who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu?
Alright, very good question. If there is no avatar in Kali Yuga, then how is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted an incarnation of God? In Kali Yuga, although there is no incarnation of God, God will never come and say it's God. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, although he is God himself, he never says he's God. If someone call him God, he will close his ears and say, Vishnu, Vishnu, Vishnu. Because he came to teach how to be a devotee of God. You understand this point? He is a covered incarnation. Is a what? He is an avatar. but he's covered. He does not say he is God. He has all the qualification of God, but he will not say he is God. He revealed himself to a very few devotees. Are you following? What is that? 7, 9? We'll read the translation of this verse. I didn't read it just now. In this way, my Lord, you appear in various incarnations as human being, an animal, a great saint, a demigod, a fish, or tortoise, the maintainer, thus maintaining the entire creation in different planetary systems and killing the demonic principle. According to the age, O my Lord, you protect the principle of religion. In the age of Kali, however, you do not assert yourself as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And therefore you are known as Three Yuga, or the Lord who appears in Three Yugas. You understand this point? He never say he is what? But he has all qualification of God. Right?
But he also said whether whenever there is a religion, I will appear.
That's why these so-called gods are using that. They say Kali Yuga is so bad, therefore I have come. Where's your horse? Is parked in the turf club. They told me like that. Where's his horse? Is Kali Yuga who will come? And I asked, where's the horse? They say he's parked in the turf club. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine? I don't know first you know how to ride a horse. That's a question mark. And if you bring out his sword, you will be arrested.
No, Prabhu, a lot of bogus people come on horse also, like this bogus fellow.
Oh, in India, even everybody getting married also come on a horse. Those who get married, they come on what? A dog? Horse. Yes. So, it is not the criteria. The criteria is to hear from the scriptures. What is right, what is wrong, how to do, it's all clearly what? Given. Guidelines are given. But you don't want to hear the scriptures, you want to speculate, then that's the difficulty. It's a big problem with the Indians, I go to the altar, there's so many pictures, so many things. I say, what is this, all this? I don't know, they just gave me, I put. And another phenomenon I've noticed, especially in South India, this Chinese, what, topekong, is everybody's house. I said, why are you keeping this? Oh, this is Kuvera. How do you know? How do you know? Kuvera got a big stomach. How do you know? Speculation. Understand? They simply speculate. Anybody and everybody give them something, they'll keep in the altar. Understand this thing? You go and see the altar. Maybe next Sunday we will take a field trip. You go one house after house, you will see what's going on there. This is the result of what? No brains. The result of what? No brains. Understand what to do, what not to do, don't know. You understand? So you get yourself cheated. But the real incarnation, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has descended. And we descend for what? It says here in this verse. What is that verse? 11. Kali Kali na 11.1. Patsadam. 11.5. You see, this is the real reference of an incarnation of God. It shows Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, why descend? It says here, Krishna Varnam Tvishe Krishnam Sango Pangastra Parshadam Yake Sankirtan Pray Yajante He Sumedasaha. Mark this word, Sumedasaha. Intelligent person. What? Intelligent person, not fool. In age of Kali, intelligent person perform congregational chanting. What is congregational chanting? Chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. To worship the incarnation of God, who constantly sings the name of Krishna. Krishna Varnam, always chanting. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is always chanting what? Although his color, his complexion is not blackish, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu color is what? Golden. He is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. The mantra we chant for worshipping him. You follow? So this is done by intelligence. What happened? This boy went and messed it up. See, he also doesn't want to hear this. What kind of thing is this? Intelligent person will what? Worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Those who are not intelligent, what they will do? Now we'll look in this one word just before I go. Those who are not intelligent. What is that? 7:20. You see this word here? Those who are Kharta Gyan. Kharta Gyan means no brains. Those whose intelligence has been stolen by material desires. Surrender unto the demigods. Understand? That means those who have what? Another verse. You see another verse here. Alright, here. Antavatu palatesham tat bhaktya alpameda. Just now we were Sumeda. Very intelligent. Alpameda means what? Alpa means what? No brains. Means what? No brains. What they do? Men of small intelligence worship the demigods and their fruits are limited and temporary. That means if you have no brains, you go besides to worship who? But those who have brains, you worship who? Who? Yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So understand this. This is not some speculation. That anything and everything come to your house, you put him in an altar and you do big puja. There is something wrong. Understand? Something wrong. Any other questions there?
Those people are saying, reference to Bhagavad Gita. This book is written by some men.
So they say that this book is written by men. How you answer that? I think I covered this subject. Anyway, we will repeat that. How do you know that this written by men? Alright. What is the qualification of a man? What is the qualification of a man? The man, what? He has 4 defects. Yes? What is that? He makes mistakes. His senses are not perfect. He is subject to illusion. Yes? And man will cheat. Yes? Yes or no? Correct? So these are the 4 defects. If a man writes a book, then it is subject to this kind of defects. Understand? But this Shastra is not written by man. Shastra is what? Bhagavat Pranitaha. It's given by God. Understand? Where is that verse? 1:6:6:1. 6:1. 6:3. 6:1. 6:9. 19. See here. Very important, this verse. See this? No, not this verse. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitaha. Religion, religious books, scripture must be given by who? Coming from who? God. Another one. Narayana. Dharma, Narayana. 6:1:14, no? Yeah, you see this? Yamaduta said, huh? Who said? Yamaduta, they are speaking. Veda pranitoho dharma, ya adharma tad viparyaha. Vedo, see that? Veda, Narayana Sakshat. So something coming, Veda coming from Narayana, can it have any faults? Huh? Can or not? Can or not? Faults, mistakes cannot be in the words of God because God is absolute. God is what? Absolute. I'll show you why. What that was? Haribol, Ishopanishad. ISO 1. Is it 1? Not 1. Introduction, is it? Isavasya. Huh? What's that? Let me go to this. See, very important here, you must know these things. You can chant this, alright? Why? Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. A very important verse. Huh? You see, the personality of Godhead is perfect and complete. Personality of God is what? And because He is completely perfect, all emanation from Him, such as the phenomenal world, are perfectly equipped as complete whole. So something coming from the perfect can be imperfect. Huh? Whatever is produced of the complete whole is also complete in itself, because He is the complete whole. Even though so many complete units emanate from Him, He remains the complete balance. You understand this point? There cannot be any mistakes in the Word of God. You understand? They cannot. So even though the Vedas are seemingly written by a man, but Veda Vyas is an incarnation of God. Satya Vishay Avatar. Therefore there is no mistake. How do you know? How do you know? Simple test. Have you got bored by reading the Bhagavad Gita? Maybe you are, I don't know. Have you ever got bored by reading the Bhagavad Gita? Why? Every time you read, do you find something new? Why? Why? We'll go back to the verse that we started off today, so that you will understand, What is that? Yusuf Brahma Samhita? What is it? Vede Sudulabham. What is that? 5? Huh? 33. Okay, here, this verse is very important. You can all chant. Advaitam Achyuttam Anantim Ananta Rupam Adhyam Purana Purusham Navayavanam Cha Vedeshu Dullabham Atullabham Atma Bhakto Govindamadi Purusham Maham Bhajami. See here, very important this verse. You see why? I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is inaccessible to the Vedas, but obtainable of pure, unalloyed devotion of the soul, who is without a second, who is not subject to decay. He is without a beginning, whose form is endless, who is the beginning and eternal Purusha, and yet is a person possessing the beauty of blooming youth. In other words, Krishna, anything, he doesn't age. Understand? Navayavana means what? Always youthful. Understand? Because he is very fresh, ever fresh, Whatever he says also stays. You understand? In fact, he also got a blessing from his spiritual master because he went out on the forest, he got stopped, and his spiritual master rescued him, right? Huh? And then after he was leaving, the spiritual master wanted a benediction, so he went to bring his son. Sandipani Muni's son died, so he went to rescue him. And when he brought back, he got a benediction. You know what was the benediction the spiritual master gave him? You know? You know? He said, whatever you stay will stay afresh. Whatever Krishna said will stay what? Fresh. Said Bhagavad Gita, you can read and read. Bhagavatam, read. Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Krishna. Bhagavatam is spoken about Krishna. 2 books. Understand? Why the Bhagavatam is very important. Can you take out that verse? Wait me. What is that? Sukham veti, aham veti. Lord Shiva is saying, just quickly I want to finish it. What is that? Huh? Now wait me. Wait me. Madhya. This verse is spoken by Lord Shiva. You know, it's very important. I'm going to highlight to you why the Bhagavatam is very important. 24.31. Yeah, you see this? Very important. You can chant along also. Aham vetmi sukham veti. Vyaso veti na veti va. Bhaktya bhagavatam graham. Na buddhaya na cha tikkaya. Spoken by Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva said, I may know, Sukadev Goswami, the son of Vyasadeva, may know. And Vyasadeva may know or may not know Srimad Bhagavatam. On the whole, Srimad Bhagavatam, the spotless Puranam, can be learned only through devotional service, not by material intelligence, speculative methods, or imaginary commentaries. That is the Bhagavatam. Understand? You cannot try to read Bhagavatam like an armchair speculator. It's not possible. Only be learned through what? Devotional service. Not by material intelligence, speculative methods, or imaginary commentaries. You understand this? You follow? In other words, as Krishna says, unless you are my devotee, unless you are my friend, unless you are not envious, and of course you practice austerity. Otherwise you got no access to this. Then you will go to Mr. What? Now he's very famous now. You will go and join him. No need to read books there. Just go out with some lati, yes, dance around in the street, yes. That program you can. Understand? This program is for the intelligent person. For fool, yeah, in that sense. Alright, we stop here. Thank you very much.